boys and girls, welcome back to Jesus and Me, J.A.M for short. It is so great to have you with us as we start out these fall months, singing, crafting, and a game. But let's start with singing together. I hope you can find some actions to go along with the songs with me. Let's get going. Welcome back, boys and girls. This week, we hear a story about a man and his family who build a boat. Let us hear our story, shall we? The world had turned into quite the mess, and the people God had created were doing all sorts of terrible things. All except for one man named Noah. Noah was a good man. He had a wife and 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. When God's people hurt each other, Noah helps them feel better. When they ignored God, Noah prayed. When God saw all the terrible things being done, God's heart was filled with pain. So God decided to flood the earth and have Noah build an ark. Fill it with 2 of every kind of animal, God told Noah. So God told Noah, build a boat of cypress wood for yourself. Make rooms in it and cover it inside and out with tar. God said, it will be a very large boat or ark, 450 feet long, 75 feet wide, and 45 feet high. Make an opening around the top of the boat and put a door in the side of the boat. It will need an upper, middle, and lower deck. So Noah obeyed God and got to work. He measured and cut. He sanded and nailed. Once the boat was finished, they gathered food that they and the animals would need. Then Noah and his family went into the ark. God sent all kinds of wild animals, farming animals. They went into the ark 2 by 2. A place was found for each animal, large and small. The animals would need a lot of food to keep them alive when the flood came. They were put in pens on the lower, middle, and upper decks of the ark that Noah had made. Dogs barked, birds sang, snakes hissed. 7 days later, the flood came. For 40 days and 40 nights it rained, but those on board the ark had plenty to eat. Then God stopped the rain and the underground springs and made a wind blow over the earth. The waters started going down. Noah sent out a dove, and that evening it came back to him with a fresh olive leaf in its mouth. Noah and his family jumped off the ark and wiggled their toes in the dirt. Birds flew, dogs ran, snakes slithered. Every family came out of the ark. Noah looked at the bright blue sky and saw a beautiful rainbow. Then God said, "This is my covenant to you and all people. I promise never to flood everything again. The rainbow is a sign of my promise." And that's our story of Noah's Ark. Let's head over to our games room and find out what game we've got, boys and girls. Noah sent out a dove when God had started to dry up all the waters, to find out where there would be a dry patch of land for Noah and his family and all the animals to come out of the ark and wiggle their toes in the sand, and for the dogs to run and the snakes to slither once again. He sent out a dove, and the dove brought back an olive branch or a leaf. Our game for you today is to have somebody be Noah and everybody else who you can play with to be the dove who goes to find the olive branch. I made an olive branch out of a piece of brown paper, and I put some leaves on it, which you can make. I would suggest making a bunch of these and have somebody be designated as the one to go and hide them in all sorts of great hiding places. And then when it's Noah's turn, Noah will say, "Fly away, bring me a branch." And everybody else has to go and try to find the hidden olive branch leaves. Make a dozen of them. Hide them outside in your backyard if you're allowed to do that, if it's not the weather's good, or around your house. And then take turns being Noah so that you're the one that gets to send everybody else out to go and find the olive leaves, just like the dove did, to let Noah and his family know there was dry land. Boys and girls, I thought it would be fun to make our own Noah's Ark out in the waters during those 40 days and 40 nights. You could draw your own boat. You might look on the computer to see if you can find a boat shape like I did. I found one. You could have Mom and Dad print something like this off. You could color it. You could cut it out of a different color paper, which is what I did. I've got mine cut out of brown. I might color in my windows a little bit later, or maybe add some other colors. And then what you want to do is you want to add a big popsicle stick or a small one, it's up to you, to the back so that your boat can move with your hands. The next thing you need is a piece of blue paper, because you're going to be out sort of in the ocean. And you're going to need to have the sky. I put lots of clouds in my sky, and I put some raindrops, and then the sun peeking out. I've got an extra wavy piece of water here, but the trick is this. I've also got a slit. I cut a slit partway through the paper, you see that? So that my boat can go into the water. And I've got my popsicle stick to help me. And you can see Noah's boat floating on the water for those 40 days and 40 nights. That is our craft for this week. You could add some animal stickers if you wanted to your boat. You could add a dove heading out to find that olive leaf. Enjoy the craft and have fun getting messy. This is our craft for this week. And as we go back to our week, I hope that yours will be wonderful, that you'll have time to be creative and play games with those that are in your home. But before we go, let us fold our hands like we always do, close our eyes because it makes it easier to concentrate. And I want you to share the words that I do by saying them after me. Dear God, you give us lots of great things, and you make very special promises with us too. Just like the rainbow you gave to Noah. May we know how to be good stewards of all the animals and people in our lives. Amen. Have a great week, boys and girls, and until next time, bye.